on today? Right now? So 3.6, we are solving multi-step inequalities. Did we go through this yesterday?
Yes.
Yes. And there were 2 times that we switched the symbol when we multiply or divide by a negative. Okay, that's a review of yesterday. I asked people to write these 3 down, and now we're going to solve them. So you guys, what are we trying to get all alone in number 1?
X.
X. Well, how are we going to get rid of the 2 right away? Multiply. So if you guys can do this with me, write in your notebooks, multiply this side by 2, multiply this side by 2. When we do that, what happens to these 2's?
Cross out.
They cross out because 2 divided by 2 is just 1. Negative 14 times 2 is?
Negative 28.
Yes. You guys good?
You switched the less than or greater or whatever it's called.
Now, I think you're remembering yesterday. Do we ever want our variable on the right side for inequalities? No. So yesterday we actually went through one of these. We have to switch everything around. Do you guys remember doing that?
Yeah.
And when we switch everything around, you just go negative x. But because this symbol's opening up to the x, then we actually have to do what? Flip the symbol. So there's actually, technically, a third case where you have to switch the symbol. Ryder, are you getting this in your notebook, please? And that's if the variable's on the right. Now, look how easy this is. You guys know what's actually in front of the x.
1.
What kind of 1?
Negative.
A negative. How do we get rid of the negative 1? Divide each side by negative 1. Why am I getting so dramatic when we divide by negative 1?
It crosses out.
Crosses out, but what else? We do have to switch the symbol because we divided by a what?
Negative.
And I'm really sorry for those that actually understand this, but some of you are going to switch symbols whenever you feel like it. I want you to be confident. Okay? The first reason why we switched it is because we wanted the x always to be on the left. Do you guys know how to graph this?
Yeah.
Is it going to be an open or closed circle?
Open.
Very good. So we go open circle because it's less than, and we go 28. Which way? Show me with your arms. Yep. Awesome. Thank you for those that are sticking with me and you're getting this where? In your notebooks. Awesome. I bet you could do the number 2 all by yourself. What do you guys think?
I bet I could.
See if you can do number 2. See if you can do evaluate negative k or solve negative k is less than or equal to 52. See if you can do that in your notebook right now. And then raise your hand once you have it. Or stand up. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. Oh, wait. Close. Okay, that's really good. Awesome. See? Oh, you already tried that one. Make sure you flip it. Does that make sense? What are you trying to get all on?
Or the K.
Yep. So in number 2, you guys, what are we trying to get all on? Sorry. K. What's in front of K?
A 1.
Negative 1. What do we have to do to both sides to get rid of the negative 1? Divide both sides by negative 1. When we divide by negative, we do what, you guys?
Switch the sign.
Switch the symbols. So we make that less than or equal to, a greater than or equal to, and you know that 52 divided by negative 1 is?
52 negative.
Negative 52. Can anyone actually say this out loud? How do you say this whole inequality? Yes.
Negative 52 is.
Try to say it in order. Try again.
K is greater than or equal to negative 52.
Awesome. Awesome. Good fix. I like that. Which way is it going from this, you guys? To the right. And I showed you this yesterday, and I'll keep showing you it. When your variable's on the left, this will always point which way it's going. No, it'll always point which way it's going. Do you see that? Like if I went like this.
What the heck?
So, any questions there? Put your hand on your head if you can tell me what is going to be the first thing to get x out on here. Put your hand on your head. If you can tell me what is the first thing we're going to do to get x all alone. Mace, what do you got? Both sides by?
3.
Awesome. So do that, you guys. Do that in your notes. Does that make sense to everyone? Because the opposite of dividing by 3 is multiplying. Do that real quick. So we multiply both sides by 3. This crosses out. Do we have to switch the symbol right there? No, because it wasn't a negative. 38 times 3 is? What?
11, 4.
So how do you say this number out loud? 114. Just making sure we know how to read numbers. Okay. Did we all get that? Now, what's actually in front of the X that some of you guys just forget to write down?
1.
Oh, what kind of one?
Negative.
What do we have to do? Divide both sides by? -1. Is everyone still following?
Yes.
No?
I have it from the beginning.
Well, that's why we're practicing it today. It's today's lesson. Positive divided by negative is a negative. What do we have to do to the symbol since we divided by negative? Switch it, and then you're left with what over here? Now, will I give you full credit if you keep this as your answer?
No.
What do we have to do? Flip it, because what side do we always want the variable on? Left, your other right. Yeah, very good. So we switch this around, and I want to see that you guys know what symbol has to go there, along with graph it. And once you graph it and rewrite your answer, whatever it should be, put your hand up in the air so we can see.
Oh, it's this one.
There, where's yours? You got a good practice switching it around along with graphing it. Cool, I like it.
Negative.
114. Hey, that's really good now, graph it. That's good.
Touch it.
Oh yeah, you just want to make sure you flip that around. Okay, turn the mic. Right now, that's good. Make sure it's negative. Ooh, close. No. Thank you. So far, so good. Well, make sure you know how to flip it around. So you kind of are doing the same thing as Cole. You're kind of, hey, you gotta flip it. You didn't, write that final step right below it. Okay. Show me.
I would love to.
So your dad can see better
I don't
notes,
wanna
right?
move.
That we're actually going through these.
Oh my
Right, does he have
God.
Yeah, so let's just do that. So you don't have to finish it later. So, hey, recap. When we have a fraction, the opposite of dividing is multiplying. So I like that a lot of you guys know that the opposite of division is multiplication, and you showed your work. Then we had to divide each side by -1. Make sure you write down this step, because then when we flip it around for our final answer, you have to switch the symbol again to a less than symbol. And then when we graph that, is that going to be an open or closed circle? Open, because there's no equal sign underneath. Okay, and then it's going to the left. So,
That is the best arrow I have ever seen.
did I lose anyone?
No, I got it right.
All right, what are we going to start using on the next slide?
Whiteboard.
Yes.
Are we?
Okay, we are. So, on the very next slide, let's try something on your whiteboards, but I'm going to get rid of those problems. You want one solo? All right.
Alright.
Solve this on your whiteboard. -22 less than or equal to x over a -4.
Did you want my sister's switcher?
No.
Okay, show me all your work where? Show me all your work where? On your whiteboards. Okay, go for it. You can start. Put it on the other side because the X can stay there. Don't ever write too right.
That's easy.
Negative, a negative. Can I see that? Because I don't see inequalities. I'm gonna move in. I like this word.
This one you like share into the box.
Oh, you switched it down. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
I had to solve that because you said that.
What? No, wait, I got it right.
They got it wrong.
I got it right.
You just got it wrong.
Okay, hey, here's the moment of truth.
It's not that
You
hard.
do it when you times it by -4. Yeah.
So,
I didn't have to show him work.
right now, I like that a lot of you guys understand that the opposite of division is multiplication. So, the reason why I make people show their work is because it's multi-steps and it's really easy to switch a negative and a positive or to forget to switch the symbol. So when we multiply both sides by -4, I like that you guys, hey. A negative times a negative is positive. Some of you guys forgot to do what with this?
Switch it.
Switch it. You have to switch it when you multiply both sides by negative. And then actually, do we have to flip it again?
Yes.
Because where do we want to always write our variable? On the left side. So just right below this.
Why is it positive one, not negative?
Because it's a -4. So multiply both sides by a negative. A negative times a negative is a perfect. And then on this one, since we're still reviewing, hey, closed or open? Closed. And which way is it going?
That way.
Left. Very good. 3 to 4 points on your next test. Yeah, because look at first step, multiply both sides by -4. Second step, know to switch the symbol. Third step, switch the whole inequality. And then fourth step is knowing how to graph it. Questions? Okay, start this one. I'm going to ask that you guys start this one.
Can I just finish it too?
What is it?
Hey, start this one.
I'm gonna finish it too.
What is it?
Okay. If you are so confident that you can finish it, you have to show me what you do after. Always write down the original and then show me what you do after the first step. I gotta see that.
This.
Who said that?
Both though. Anytime
I
you
know.
Okay. Okay, good start.
Just putting that out.
Yeah, good start. Good start. Good start. Good. And on the very next line, I would probably just make this a lot. But they both turn into it. Anytime you have, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Close, but it's gonna not gonna be a nice answer. It's gonna be a fraction.
Got him. It's not like it, right?
Hey, some of you don't listen to directions, but I like that you're go-getters and you want to keep going. So, with this, does everyone have this first step? Make sure
There you go.
it's a positive 21. Because a negative times a negative is a positive. Are we good? Second thing, what do we move to the other side? Hey, 21, how do we do that? Subtract 21 from both sides. Hey, we're recording this, so please listen when I'm talking. Thank you. What's 28 minus 21?
7.
Now, some of you got all the way down there. Cool. What's our very next step? Divide both sides by what?
6 negative.
Negative. Why am I so dramatic today?
Because you're hyper.
No, I'm dramatic because when you divide by negative, what do some of you still forget to do?
Fraction. Simplify.
What do we do when we divide by negative?
Switch the symbol.
Switch the symbol. Did you guys remember?
I have that.
There's only like 1 or 2 of you that remember that. Otherwise, you just say -1 and 1, 6. Which way is that going?
Right side.
Right. But here's the moment of truth. How many of you guys actually got here?
Couldn't we have just done 7
What?
divided by 6?
1 negative 1 and 1.
I grasped it though.
Well, I got that, but I didn't grab
Couldn't we have just
Right.
divided 7 divided by 6 instead of having to do an extra step?
Oh, just to keep it like this? Technically, that would have been right.
He's
fine.
to sleep. Like,
Any questions here? This is all about solving multi-step inequalities. Next one. Show me how you would solve this one. This is straight out of your books. Straight out of Compton. Okay.
Sissy?
Hey, if you guys can do this one, you got one less tonight. Let's go. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got, what you got, what you got.
No, don't do that.
Is that sure?
Hold on.
It's 114.
Scaring me.
Yes, that's 114. Oh, that made it worse, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Here we go. That's a plus sign. This is a plus sign. And some of you guys, just write down the original.
Good start.
Courtney, which?
I don't know. It helps me think.
Hey, Gannon, I'm recording right now, and I would really like it if you could solve this problem.
I could probably solve this problem, you know?
Okay, let's see if you can do it correctly, too.
It's 392.
What should you do first? Please don't do that.
No, it's not, dude.
Keep going, please. I don't see anything done.
Oh, wait, you crossed the 5.
And how do you do that?
Add. Why is there 114?
Okay, you put. Oh no, you're good. Hey, do this one. You are? Okay. I think so.
Right.
I think so.
I did.
What's 119 divided by 17?
Let's see here. A lot of you guys added 5 to both sides. That you got that to cross out. And I'm really sorry. Don't leave because the bell might ring on us. Plus 3p. Plus 3p. And you got 17p. Did you ever have to switch your sign?
Yes. No.
No. So, hey, this is what I want for tomorrow. 2 problems. And it is on page 154. Write this down, please. And I'm really sorry. Tomorrow I'll actually make sure that we're good to go. Page 154.
21 and 22.
I want you to do number 25. And
3.
27. Show all your work. Okay? I'm really sorry you didn't get work time. Come in. Bye, Ray.
Test. We have a test.
Leave your sticky notes